Welcome everybody to CTM Sports. I know it's super late, but rock with me. Let's get right into it. Let's go right into this thing.
Keep on moving, don't stop, no.
Is Stephen A. Smith playing chicken with ESPN? Let me know in the comments. Is Stephen A. Smith playing chicken? It's reported that he wants $25 million a year. He was quoted in the interview. I forgot the guy's name, but he said, "I'm not going to talk about my negotiations." But he said, "When you're winning, you want to be paid like a winner, and when you're the top dog, the top analyst, you want to be paid like the top analyst." Now, what makes this situation unique is that he is not telling stories. He is the top guy in sports media right now, as far as doing the hosting, casting all the members, just putting everything together. He's the head chef. Let me know in the comments, do you think anything different? I don't think nobody really topping Stephen A right now. I mean, it's like the everything, all the roads have met and intersected with each other. So now we come to this point where ESPN has to make a choice. Do we pay Stephen A 25 million or do we risk losing viewership? Do we take that hit on subscriber count and viewers in order to save $25 million a year? Because if you let him go, it's gonna cost you more than 25 million. It's gonna hurt more than paying him 25 million. Pat McAfee ain't generating numbers like that. He just not. He's generating number for his crowd and demographic, sure. I give you that. But he's not generating for that demographic that Stephen A is generating on. So they're gonna have to make a choice. I know they're thinking about it. They're probably mulling it over. They're probably trying to play hardball and say, "Well, if you want 25 with me, can you meet us at 23? Can you meet us at 22?" I think he's either gonna get 25 or like a couple of million below 25, like 22 or something like that. He'll probably settle. Well, he definitely wants, and I can't blame him. If they paid Pat McAfee that much, I know he had to be like, if they paid him this much, they're gonna have to pay me that much. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about Stephen A? What do you think about him playing hardball?
Back to life, back to reality.
Because we all know when you start playing hardball with those networks and start negotiating, we all know that it's not always guaranteed. It can fall apart at any time. Something crazy could happen. Sometimes they probably bet on it. They probably bet that something crazy happened, and they can say, "Well, we can't pay you the 25 million, buddy." So, shout out to Stephen A. Smith, man, for holding it down. He got his own channel now. He got his own network, pretty much. He got his own team. He handling business. I mean, he doing everything that you could do. And people out there saying you can't work a 9 to 5. He's working a job and running his own company at the same time. Now he's getting paid an absorbent amount of money, sure, but he's investing it back into himself. So if something was to fall through, he can go full throttle on his channel and take all the viewership that he has on ESPN and bring it over to his channel. That's one thing about being on network TV I think people probably don't think about is when people get used to your face, they see your face. Now you can put your face on a thumbnail or you're on social media and people recognize your face and they will click on it just because of your face. You stand out in a crowd. So he's definitely benefited from being on network TV, and now you're starting to see him use that to his advantage. Now the question is, will ESPN take care of business or will they make it a personal
It's always business, never personal.
and blow everything up and start over? Sometimes they do that. They don't want to pay, they'll blow everything up. But definitely if they lose Stephen A, that's gonna hurt. Big time. It's gonna hurt. because he make a lot of things move right now. He's smart about it too. Very calculated and meticulous guy. Very calculated and meticulous. So let me know in the comments what you think. Moving to the next topic. Colorado is showing improvement in the loss to Kansas State. However, I will say that if they had a running back like Kansas State, a bell cow, 6'1", 215, something like that, Giddens or Giddens, what I think his name was, that dude was running that ball. They need a running back like that can bounce between the tackles, that can run outside. If they had a running back like him, along with Shedeur Sanders, they probably would easily route teams, but they don't. However, they showed improvement, but a couple of injuries kind of stifled. Hate for those injuries. Travis Hunter was injured early, probably like in the second quarter. And I think a couple of more receivers injured later in the game before I fell asleep, but they D-line's going to have to do better. They're going to have to blitz, bring five, do some stunts, something. That D-line has to get more pressure. And if you can get it with the front four, like Kansas State was getting, well, it's going to come with time. A lot of those guys are still young. You can tell they don't have their body, that prototypical size on their D-line, like a Miami. Shout out to the Hurricane. That's my other team. But they don't have that prototypical D-line. I think they're going to get it eventually. Now they got sapped when they start recruiting and stuff. But you got to have a D-line in college. You got to. If you don't have no D-line, it's going to be hard to win and dominate. And the last thing, what I got at the bottom, they have to avoid shootouts if all possible. Shootouts are dangerous because it can go either way. It's like you're rolling the dice. Some people depend on their offense and 3 wide receivers and running back, but sometimes they don't always get you over the top when you're in a shootout. Somebody else may have another type of ammo that you ain't used to, and now, you kind of off center now. So they have to avoid shootouts if they want to make it to a bowl game and win. They have to put teams down and dominate and get them behind the 8-ball early and keep their foot on the gas. But shout out to Colorado, man. It's Team Prime over here. So, next topic. Will J.J. Redick survive the media? Will he survive the questions? Will the media
Blade, ready to die.
Will the media break into his mind? They asked him a question about Bronny and his development. He kind of broke for a second, then he kind of brought it back. And the question is, if they have a slow start, how will he take that when he talk to the media? If they're winning, they have a winning streak, how will he take that talking to the media? Sometimes I just think his personality is his personality, and I think they kind of like that. But I wonder, do we have more of a privilege to speak freely than Darvin Ham did? Let me know in the comments. Do you think J.J. Redick got more autonomy than Darvin Ham did? Because he's talking to the media kind of slick. Darvin Ham didn't really do the game like that. But shout out to Darvin Ham. He did the best he could within the circumstances that he was given. But let me know in the comments, do you think J.J. Redick is going to mess up his media relationship being the head coach of the Lakers? Because it seems like he's taking a different approach with the media, even though he worked in the media, from my experience. But let me know in the comments what you think. So, our last slide. I know we're talking about sports today, but I want to bring this up. Is politics going to take over sports the next couple of weeks? Are people going to be more tuned into politics? Because we got the election coming up this year. Like I said, I'm registered independent. I could care about either one of them. I'm voting based on politics and what's the best policies, not on identity, not on color. Who has the best policy? We did a report on a Thinking Game podcast. I need to clip that up. It said 57% of Americans are not at a minimum base literacy rate. So if 57% of people are not at a base literacy rate, like a sixth grade or seventh grade literacy rate, something like that, it was something like that. If over half, a little over half of people are not at a base, a minimum literacy rate, how are they voting? How do they cast their vote if they don't understand the policies, or they don't understand, or they just going off visual, what they see on TV? Because we all know you can't believe everything that you see on TV. You just can't. They'll throw all kind of stuff in your face. So what I'm saying is, read the policies for yourself. Learn about what they're telling you and make an informed decision based on the facts. Not how you feel, but based on the facts. Sometimes your feelings can burn you. Sometimes your feelings can take you to a place that's not real. But what I'm telling you is, from a logical standpoint, is learn the policies that each one is and make the best decision you possibly can. Don't just do it based off what you see. Actually know the facts as well. The antics are going to get crazier and crazier and crazier as we get closer and closer and closer.
You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Not endorsing either one of these guys, neither one of the candidates. I'm not endorsing either one of them. What I'm saying is, make the best decision based on policies, based on things that can help you, and make sure that you understand what you're casting the vote for. Because when things don't go your way, you have to realize, hey, I voted for it, so you got to deal with it. So be smart, man. Don't let the news twist you up. Don't let this media stuff stop you. Be smart out there. Don't allow the antics to sway you either way. Make an informed decision. It's almost like WWE. They're going to always come up with something to counter something. And with AI now, people be saying they started seeing different commercials with people saying stuff in it. Who's to say they're not getting AI to make that commercial with them saying it like a voiceover, but their lips not moving? You can't really tell. It's going to happen. AI wars, it's going to start being a part of politics. You can better believe it. Any way they can win, it's win at all costs in politics. No matter how dirty it gets. Sometimes you get muddy. Sometimes you get murky. But guess what? Win at all costs. Like a football, win at all costs. I'm going to blitz you. And if you can't get the ball out in time to make that pass, hey, that's on you. You're going to get blitzed. So the antics are coming. Be smart. Don't be fooled by it. Just know that they're coming.
Keep on moving, don't stop, no.
So do people vote from a visual or literal perspective? Let me know in the comments. Visual or literal? Visual meaning everything on the news, things you see, headlines, clips, thumbnails, or from a literal where they sit down reading through the policies, reading and see, does this make sense? Reading things that they're saying that they're going to do when they get in office, if you can even find it. Are people voting from just how they feel? I just feel like voting for this person. I don't care about their policies. I'm just voting for this person. That's a dangerous way. You really got to just sit down and really use your mind, make an informed decision, and don't, the visual stuff, you really got to sort through it. You got to have a filter and know what you're looking at. And that's it. Don't fall for it. Be smart. Be smart. So, last slide. Thanks for watching CTM TV. Subscribe and follow on all platforms. Thank you for watching the Thinking Game podcast. Thank you for watching the CTM channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Mike, and I'm signing out. CTM Sports Live.